What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, look, salute to Joseph Parker and this guy Kean who came out to do what they had to do. This is crazy because I'm so disinterested in Ngannou versus Fury that pretty much I wasn't even aware that Joseph Parker was on this card. His fight got no hype whatsoever, no press whatsoever. Nobody was talking about it, and so many people was going, "Oh, Joseph Parker actually fought." Yeah, well, okay. Salute to him on his victory. It was a third round knockout, I think, with a uppercut on point with the shot. Got the guy out of there. Okay. It baffles me though when people say a lot of things that they say, not because I'm not aware or understand, but because they just make no sense. But they love to talk. Like he won the fight, and people are saying Anthony Joshua is ducking the rematch. Joe Joyce is ducking the rematch. All right, make that make sense. I salute him on his victory, and I respect Joseph Parker as a fighter, but let's make something clear. He fought Derek Chisora once. People thought that it was a real close fight. So to clear any doubt, right, let's give him that benefit of a doubt to say that was the motivation for the rematch. He fought him in a rematch. He beat him again. Okay, he got stopped by Joe Joyce. So what would Joe Joyce be fearing? You know, Anthony Joshua beat him in the decision, but beat him decisively. What would they be fearing? How bad they're going to beat him in a rematch? Like, that makes zero sense. Now, Joe Joyce just got his ass kicked twice by Zhang Zhang. So let's not sound stupid when we make these comments because you're a fan. And to say that Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker is improving with every fight. Based on what? Did he improve in the fight with Joe Joyce? Do you feel like he improved when he fought against Derek Chisora those two times? So, like, what are you talking about when you say he improved? In what? Now, if you're talking about tonight, well, he fought a guy that's not an elite fighter, and guess what? He got him out of there in 3 rounds. So, salute to him. Take nothing away from Joseph Parker. Just the ignorant comments that people make, these fanboys, though. You guys say the stupidest things to try to support the fighter that you like. Now, in terms of ducking the fight, let's just say, for example, if Joe Joyce would have got past Zhang Zhang in a rematch, why would he want to fight Joseph Parker again? He annihilated Joseph Parker. That was the best performance of Joe Joyce's professional career. That fight made him look like, okay, he's ready. That put him on the map. That's the fight that put him on notice when people were, okay, this dude is for real. Anthony Joshua lost his fight to Ruiz, came back and won the rematch, lost twice to Usyk, came back and won, 2 fights against 2 lesser guys. But at the end of the day, the last guy he fought in Hellenius, that was supposed to be Dillian White, who failed his drug test. So, like, where the hell do y'all come up with this? Somebody's ducking Joseph Parker. I don't believe that there was any interest. First off, that would be completely backwards for Joseph Parker, for Joe Joyce to beat Zhang Zhang and then go back to a guy that he just destroyed. Where's the interest? No, you move up and on. For Anthony Joshua, it would be the same thing. Okay, I won my last 2 fights, but let's just say at some point he decides to call out Joseph Parker. Now, anybody you have a history with, you can make that claim, but when you won the fight against that person, then what does Anthony Joshua have to gain? And I know for a fact that everybody is saying that Joseph Parker he never really evolved from when he had the belt. So the best that we've seen him at one point, he never got better than that. People seem to forget that he lost to Dillian White as well. He beat Andy Ruiz, but a lot of people thought he lost that fight. So I don't understand where people just start. I do understand it. I don't agree with it or accept it. I just don't understand how people feel so comfortable being so ignorant with their bias. Joseph Parker, I always liked him as a fighter, but let's be clear. The guy that he just beat tonight, this guy Kean is not an elite fighter. He did what he was supposed to do. But when you start saying people are ducking, I mean, well, how come Joseph Parker never called out Deontay Wilder? You understand? He won't fight Tyson Fury because all of a sudden they're brothers. So I'm just saying, we people say things, they're not stating facts. They're just making up stupid shit just to say. Because they like this fighter more than the other fighter. Maybe they're salty because Joe Joyce destroyed him. Maybe they're salty because Anthony Joshua outboxed him. Who knows? I don't really care. It's not personal. It's just, how do you make conversation about boxing when you're clearly showing bias and don't even know what you're talking about? And as far as Anthony Joshua goes, well, this is a fight that he won already. And he won comfortably. It was a little competitive, a lot of, the ref wouldn't let them fight on the inside. A lot of, it was what it was. But, he won the fight. So he's not focusing on a Joseph Parker. I mean, if them saying that they want the fight, yeah. But it's, plain and simple, saying you want to fight somebody and sending contracts are two different things. And regardless, I just don't see the material. I really don't. It's no different from people saying Fury was afraid of Deontay Wilder. Why? He kicked his ass 3 times. Afraid of what? Now, as far as him not being a man of his word or saying one thing and doing something else, yeah, he does that shit all the time. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's like he didn't want to fight Dylan White, but he did kick his ass when they fought. Played with him, made it look easy. So, I don't understand all this nonsense, man, of people are ducking Joseph Parker. Who the fuck is ducking Joseph Parker? Hey, stop it, man. And before you put your foot in your mouth, just understand, a guy like Jared Anderson might call him out. Or Frank Sanchez might call him out. And if he don't fight them, guess what? People will say he's ducking them. Then what? And what are y'all going to say? Oh, they haven't done anything. No, you have to get the fights to do something. Joseph Parker's no champion anymore. He hasn't been for a long time. And the way he got destroyed, by Joe Joyce, well, okay, how about Joseph Parker versus Zhilei Zhang? And the first thing y'all would have said, let's be real, if Anthony Joshua would have decided to call out Joseph Parker, the first thing y'all would have said was, why he wanted to fight a guy coming off a loss. That's y'all stupid boxing lingo. Like I said, you don't hear people saying that in MMA. You don't hear them saying that in one champion, fighting championships, any other combat sport, just boxing. Or he wanted to fight a guy coming off a loss. That's exactly what y'all would have said. And y'all would have said Joseph Parker, that Joe Joyce is just being a bully. He already beat him. Why he want to fight him again? So, I mean, especially Joe Joyce's performance. Why would, afraid of what? What is he ducking? What is he ducking? Joseph Parker was, he lost, he disappeared. I'm just saying, people, let's make sense when we say things. Now that he had this victory tonight, we'll see where things go from here. He came back with a victory. So, hey, we already know what they're trying to do with Anthony Joshua. And, y'all know that situation. With this IBF situation. And if that actually happens, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. But my thing is, now this is you guys saying this. As far as the fighters go, why would Joseph Parker sit and personally wait for Anthony Joshua or any one particular fighter? No, you want to get in there and you want to fight against the best guys, right? Now let's see who before y'all start talking shit, let's see who his next opponent be. Because he might fight another C-class fighter. And when you going to say, it's because nobody want to fight him? Nobody's scared of no damn Joseph Parker. I always liked him as a fighter, but stop it, y'all. He's a fight people want. He's a fight people want. Former champion. And, Ruiz, that fight was for a championship. And he's only lost to champions outside of Joe Joyce. But all this people ducking, they scared, that's the problem with fanboys. Y'all just say the dumbest shit with nothing to support your claim other than you just want stupid shit to be true. So we'll see where he goes from here. The same way, like I said, okay, he fought Anthony Joshua. He never fought Wilder. He never fought Wilder. Is he ducking a rematch with Ruiz? So, like all the ducking talk. and that's the funniest thing is when I listen to you same people always making comments about how somebody is fighting somebody coming off of a loss, but then when somebody call that person, when that person don't get the fight with someone that you want to see them win against, all of a sudden that they're ducking that person. And like I say, if they would have called this guy out after he done got his ass whooped the way he did, especially against Joe Joyce, then they calling him out because he lost. That's why they doing it. Hey, stop. Joseph Parker, it's good to see him get a win tonight. And nobody's ducking no damn Joseph Parker. Stop it. Joseph Parker, if that's the case, well, guess what? If he wants to fight or rematch with Joyce, then call his name. Your people get with his people. Send a contract. I doubt very seriously that Zhang is interested in Joseph Parker. He has bigger and better fish that he wants to try to fry. Now, as far as Joyce goes, yeah, Joyce beats you. You want a rematch? You want redemption? Okay. Well, ain't Joyce just coming over a loss? So, you understand what I'm saying? Are you going to say the same thing about him, that he want Joyce because Joyce is coming over a loss? No, stop it. They do have a history together. So, just say, the fight is a fight. Everybody's trying to move up, move forward. Nobody's trying to go backwards. Okay? Nobody's worrying about that. I don't see how you're afraid of somebody that you beat. But at the end of the day, just saying, man, I'm not going to let people affect the way I see anybody. I'm just saying flat out, Joseph Parker, I always liked him as a fighter, but I also seen him look like his skills was deteriorating. So when I'm hearing people talk about he's improving with every fight, it's like, people, look at his last fights. Derek Chisora twice, a loss to Joe Joyce. I think he might have had a fight somewhere in his country or something. I don't remember if that was before that. But bottom line, as far as him improving, based on what, man? Anytime you lose and they want to bring you back with a lesser opponent, that's what they do. I done told you guys a million times, and the first thing they yell is, that fighter is back. Now, let's get back in there and do this with some elite guys now. That's how this goes. Does he fight an elite guy in his very next fight? We don't know. So, anyway, give him his just due. Give Kean his just due for trying. And, it is what it is. And we'll see what happens next for Joseph Parker. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.